It was too good to be true. It's Ireland, it's January, 6 days without rain. Make that 6 and a bit. It's just started. A gentle drop of rain has started to fall. Hopefully it stays like this and doesn't get too bad, although I'm looking out. It's lovely and sunny off to that side, not so much to the north. Yeah, it's not great. So looks like the rain has finally caught up with me, although I believe there's snow promised for next week, so we'll have to see how we get on with that.
Scal is a very old parish. It was first mentioned in the records in the papal index of 1300. It was called Kyle Carroll that time, which means the Church of Carroll. Afterwards then there was a big castle built here, built by the Barry family, a Norman family, in the 12th century, and it was occupied by the Barrys until the 17th century, and following a big battle here in 1642, it was occupied by the Percival family, who owned an awful lot of land in North Cork. They vacated it in around 1670 and built a house in Churchtown. The castle then was idle until there was a brief incident there during the War of Independence, when there was a cavalry unit from Butterfont Barracks stationed there, but following an attempt by the local area company to make an indentation in the wall, they left the following day and returned to Butterfont. So O'Sullivan Bear passed about 2 miles west of here, and he was there was a part of the garrison from Liscarroll Castle made an attempt to disrupt him. I don't think they did much, because the ordinary people locally would have been sympathetic with, of course, these occupiers of our country. They were to impede his march to safety of Leitrim, which the ordinary people would have been sympathetic with the garrison, of course, and the so-called gentry, who would have owned most of the land.
So I've just left the little shop in Liscarroll, which is owned by Donald Canty, who is a first cousin of our president of the country, Michael D. Higgins. And on my way out of town, as I follow the signs, I came into view of what is right behind me now, which is Cashlawn Liscarroll, or Castle Liscarroll, Liscarroll Castle. A bit of a tongue twister. And it's in great condition, considering it was built almost 800-900 years ago. The ramparts, the whole lot, that goes the whole way up, and it's absolutely fantastic. It is locked up, unfortunately, inside, so I can't go into the courtyard and show it to you. But you can see even at the back, the back walls of the castle is still intact. It's very rare to get them in such good condition. And this is where the Barry family in Cork, in Liscarroll, would have lived, would have ruled from. And when O'Sullivan Bear came through this part of the world, about a mile or two, according to Donald, as you heard, a mile or two to the west, they would have fought him from here. He suffered a few casualties, nothing too major, but a couple of casualties, maybe 3 or 4 deaths of some of his men, before he ended up back on this side of the castle and heading away north again, looking for that safe harbour that he was expecting to find somewhere. It's pretty special. Obviously there's modern houses built around it, but as you can see, it just goes the whole way back, right back through what's now, I suppose, a park of sorts. That's pretty impressive. So when I was planning this trip, my neighbour Joe Clear, who has done this before, had warned me that there was one place I couldn't get food in, and it's called Liscarroll. Now, as it turned out, he arrived here on a Sunday where everything's closed, but I wasn't so unfortunate. I managed to get a little bit of food in the shop that was open, But behind me is the donkey sanctuary that he took his refuge in. I think the actual entrance is a little bit further up the road. But just in case I can't see any donkeys, here's a few. Enjoy. Are these all for the adoption ones then, eh?
Yeah, 6 of them are the adoption ones. So Roisin is one of them, Lorcan is one of them, Richie is one of them there, and behind him is his buddy Julian. That's the gold Jaxie, small donkey there.
Okay.
And Lorcan is just in between, there's the little small donkey with his ears. It's full of.
And you just tempt them with the carrots?
Well, I might give him some carrots later maybe. If you behave yourself. Very Jimmy.
So you're like the mother who goes into the shop and basically goes, oh, look at all the chocolate. But no, you can't have any. Well, all these people are going to look at you and go nuts for them.
Don't worry, they won't be missing out. Won't you guys not?
So I left the donkey sanctuary a good bit behind me now, and I'm just outside Churchtown, and you can see up here the signs. If I just scroll in, it won't let me scroll in, so I can't zoom in. But you'll also notice I've reached a portion of water. So actually, thank God for waterproof shoes. Thank God for waterproof shoes. That's all I'll say. I'm on into Churchtown and then on to Ballyhay tonight. Having fun. It's a bit wet. It's stopped raining now. It's been kind of drizzling and a bit of showers all day. But yeah, making good progress. Happy enough. I've reached Ballyhay and I'm at the bridge bar, which is where my map told me this section finishes. Now, it's very well kept, so I can only imagine it just doesn't open during the day. It's about 4:20 at the moment. It's getting quite dark, and I have a suspicion, even though I'm in Ballyhay and the address here is Ballyhay, I have a feeling I'm about 2 miles from the B&B I'm staying, but it's off my route. So I like the walking and all, but I'm not going to be that much of a glutton for punishment. I'm not going to walk the 2 miles that way, so I can walk the 2 miles back to here in the morning to pick up the route again. So I'm going to see if I can get a lift, or maybe even hitchhike the route up to the town of Ballyhay. Nice little surprise. I got a gift when I was leaving Newmarket yesterday morning. I didn't open it, and then I opened it, but there's banana bread and after eights. So some banana bread and some after eights put in there from Mrs. O'Sullivan, the Kathleen, the lady I stayed with last night. Herself and Connor, her husband, were fantastic hosts over the last few days. I only realised what was in it now. I'm so thankful I got them a bottle of wine before I left, as a thank you for all the running around they did to help me out over the last 2 days in particular. I think this is pretty much my last day in Cork. I head into County Limerick tomorrow and then on to Tipperary. So, making progress. It finally feels like I'm making progress. Even though I'm on the 4th of the 9 waymark trails that make up the Berwick-Breffni route from Glengarriff to Leitrim, I've only just dipped into Kerry, so I'm still in Cork. It's kind of hard to believe I'm nearly a third of the way along this route and still in the same county. That's how massively big Cork is. Rained a little bit today, but body's feeling good, legs are feeling good. Absolutely love stopping off the donkey sanctuary. The staff there were absolutely brilliant, and some of the donkeys were just too cute. But yeah, so it's been a great week now that day 7 is done and dusted. Yeah, and I think it's definitely not going to happen in the 15 days. That's just not even in the radar anymore. I think I'm going to take my time. I'm going to turn what would have been 2 days into 3, and basically make it a 3-week thing rather than 2-week thing. I'm not quite that slow at that pace, but it gives me a little bit of time if I do need to take a rest day, if something happens. So realistically now, finishing the 14th of January, not going to happen. I'm kind of aiming for somewhere, give or take a day or two, around the 21st. That is the plan. All things going well, I'll be in Leitrim by that date. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving the feedback on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. Sorry for the mess up with the video last night, but as you probably saw, I think 6 versions of it went up in the last hour. I was getting notifications saying, your video's ready, your video's ready, your video's ready. I've deleted all bar one, I think, at this point. But if there's a couple of copies of it, sorry for clogging up your news feeds. There is only meant to be one, but the problems obviously all fix themselves. Miracle. I don't know how to say that. They all fix themselves by some sort of miracle. And yeah, we're back on the road, and hopefully we're watching this on Friday night, not Saturday or Sunday or whenever my phone decides it wants to upload again. Okay, week 1 down, day 7, 1 county and a little bit of Kerry done. Some amazing experiences, amazing people, and cannot wait for what the rest of this has in store for me. Talk to you soon.